and welcome to another Treehouse interview at the bottom of my garden. And believe it or not, we've got the sun with us today, which makes a change. I've got my scarf, I've got my gloves on, so it's lovely and warm. And in the treehouse with me today, I have Donna Siggers. Hello, Donna.
Hi.
Donna is an author, so you're the first published author I've had, really, that's only an author in the treehouse. So I'm really excited because it's always, I've always got something in common with everybody, but I feel that I've got a bit more in common with other writers. So, we've got lots to talk about. Now,
we do have other things in common as well.
We do have other things in common.
But we've only discovered that since, haven't we, really?
Yeah. We've only met each other a few times, haven't we?
We have.
Really. So, but Donna, what we're here to discuss first is your book.
Yes.
Okay. And it's Broken, which is book one of the Warwick Cooper thrillers. So this is your debut novel.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And when did that come out?
That came out last November, so 2017.
Okay. And to me, what is always the interesting thing about what makes people tick is finding out the story behind the story. So can you tell us a bit about, what led you to the writing of this book?
Okay, well the actual story idea came to me about 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
I had the plan already.
Yeah.
Just not the time to write it. But then 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I had quite a serious head injury, and that kind of changed my life drastically. So I had time on my hands and kind of started thinking about what I needed to do. I needed to change my career, I knew that. I had 2 years of doing absolutely nothing, couldn't really get out of the house on my own. It really did change my life drastically. So I was in quite a dark place, really, and I needed some way to deal with that. And so somebody suggested to me to pick up my novel that I'd started and sort of work on it. And I could literally only do 10 minutes a day because my concentration wasn't there, my eyesight wasn't there either. So that's what I did, and I started picking up on it and working on it every single day, 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And gradually over time I was able to do 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just built on it. And that's, it's helped me to heal. So that's why I write.
Lovely. What a lovely...
It's like a therapy, really.
Yeah. I must admit, I mean, a lot of people do find it a therapy.
Absolutely.
Very much a therapeutic vocation. But how lovely to then extend that into a book.
Yes.
That other people can read and enjoy. So it's a win-win situation, isn't it? Really.
It's brilliant. And that's been a really life-changing journey in itself as well. So not only has that helped me to heal, that's progressed into a whole new concept. I'm now meeting new people. I'm meeting other authors. So I've got a whole new set of friends that I wouldn't have had if it was not been for this injury, that's quite a bizarre thought, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, I think whatever happens to us in life, even though we think some things are, we can't understand why at the time things have happened, and it's all a terrible thing. But I think you have to, well, I don't know, but I have to look at things philosophically and think, well, what are the opportunities here, and good will always come out of something which you view as an opportunity, I think, because sometimes there's no other way to look at it, is there?
No, that's right. So basically, having written my novel and having it published has allowed me to accept the fact that I was assaulted, because it wasn't an accident, it was an assault.
Okay.
It's allowed me to accept the limitations of the way I now have to live, and allow me to move forward. And that is what we have to do in life, isn't it? Is to move forward. It's been a phenomenal experience.
So what restrictions has that put on your life, apart from the, obviously it's opened up a door, but what doors have closed?
I had to battle with my eyesight, which I still have to do physio for that. Even 4 years on, I still have to do physio every day. Memory issues, severe memory issues, which I have found coping mechanisms for that. I'm not allowed to drive even now. So
Really, you can't drive at all?
No.
No.
That will be a considerable time, if ever, that I will be able to do that.
Okay.
And living in a remote area that I live in, you know, that's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're lucky we've got the train, but you know, it's still hard.
Yeah.
So
you're not as independent as you
would like to be.
would like to be. But you've independently published this.
Yes.
So tell us about that, or rewind a little bit more, if I may. And how long did it actually take you to write this?
I had to do it in dribs and drabs initially, and then last summer, so it's the summer of 2017, I was really going for it, and I did it in a hurry in the end because I just wanted to get it out there. And I was producing 5,000 words a day.
5,000 words a day?
Not necessarily of high quality, but, you know, I edited. I don't know, I just needed to prove to myself that I wanted it out by Christmas.
Okay, so you gave yourself a deadline.
I did, and I did that. But then the next battle for me was editing OCD, as I call it, and I struggled to let go.
Oh, did you?
I really seriously
It was never
did.
good enough.
No.
It was never good enough.
And there are still mistakes in it, and I had it professionally edited. There are still a few.
Okay.
Which I am now correcting.
Yeah. But so how did you publish that as an indie, or did you go through all the stages? Like, did you outsource the?
I used a local-ish company from our county.
Okay.
I'll give them an advert. I used Spiffing Covers, who were so supportive. They were amazing. I literally said, "This is what I need. Do me a package."
Okay.
And they were brilliant.
Yeah.
They were amazing. They gave me so much support. I'm still in touch with them.
So within that package, you had it edited, yes, formatted,
yes,
book cover,
distribution, the whole lot.
and distribution.
Yeah. I was still too ill at the time to have done any of that myself. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So to have achieved just the writing of how many thousand words?
65, I think.
65,000.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's an achievement in itself. With and with a head injury, and like you say, you've had memory problems since then. Do you get problems with when you're writing? Do you get problems remembering what's happened, or are you constantly having to refer back to? Is that a problem for you or not? How do you get around that?
It's a huge problem. I have to constantly reread what I've written. Not so much now, but obviously when I was writing this, I was having to constantly reread what I'd written to remember what I'd written. So it was a huge battle for me to get this book out.
Yeah.
But it was a process I had to go through to help myself. So
yeah,
it
huge mountain.
It was a huge mountain to climb.
But now you're at the top of that mountain. What's the view like?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I bet it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Now, are you now looking round to the mountain range? You're thinking, oh, it's that one next. That's the one I want to climb next. Is that the kind of person you are?
Yeah,
do you like to give yourself challenges?
Instead of doing just the sequel, I'm doing a sequel and a standalone at the same time. So
at the same time? Never. Really?
Of course I am. I can't
Oh my God! Really? How do you fit all this into your day? What is your writing? What does Donna's writing process look like? What does your day look like?
My day. Well, I'm
Yeah.
also working as well now.
Are you?
I am. I've been very lucky. I've got a fantastic boss who understands what I've been through. I work for a publishing company.
Do you?
I do, Titan Ink Corp.
Okay. What do you do for them?
I'm their company secretary.
Are you really?
I am indeed.
Mm.
So I work for them during the day, which is home-based.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah.
Then I write at night.
You write at night?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Blimey, have you got any energy left at night?
Yes.
You're one of these buzzy people, are you, that can just like write into the night? Yeah, that's interesting because I'm better off during the day or early morning. I suppose it depends what's happening. If it's been a sort of a pretty, you know, with not a lot's been going on, or I can't sleep, then that's when I'll write in the at night time. But ordinarily, I struggle with nighttime
Do
writing.
you see, I struggle with mornings, but
Do
only
you?
since my injury.
Yeah.
So I was a morning person before,
Yeah.
but no, since the injury, I find it difficult to switch off unless I'm extremely tired. So, yeah, writing at night suits me.
Okay. Now, also with your injury and with such a, like, you know, steep mountain that you've said you're going to climb to yourself, and although you did most of this, you know, the writing you did all yourself, but you must have had a good support network around
My
you.
family have been amazing, and my close friends, they've been incredible. Yeah.
So, and you've got children, haven't you? How many children?
I do. I've got 4 children.
Have
I
you?
have. 3 are now adults.
Yeah.
I've got 4 children.
Okay.
Just
And are they all
one
living at home?
No, just one at home now.
One at home.
One's married. Eldest
Yeah.
is married, so I also have a son-in-law.
Mm.
2 away at uni. My eldest is also at uni as well, but she also works full time, so she's got her hands full. And yeah, a 15-year-old doing a GCSEs. So
Okay.
yeah, life is busy.
Yeah, absolutely. So okay, so you're working during the day. You're writing at night. So are you writing you say you're writing the sequel to this?
Yes, I write the sequel at the weekends, and I write the standalone during the week.
Okay. So, blimey, you've got your blooming.
I must be mad.
I'm not saying anything. Not saying anything at all. So your process now, with the writing process with this, because I've just finished this. I finished it yesterday and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Well, what did you think to the end? People don't like me for the end.
What do you mean? Why not?
I get messages about the end. How could you?
How could you do that? No, I think that it's good to have a question mark. It's good to have a question mark because then that keeps people interested in, you know, in the next bit, you know. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what you want, isn't it? You want people to come back and read the next book.
It clearly says on the front cover, it's a sequel, it's part of a series. It's going to have a cliffhanger.
Okay, yeah. Now, this is a crime thriller.
It is a crime thriller.
Yeah, so let's rewind again. What inspired you to write crime?
Well, I was studying psychology and criminology, so, you know, that's very much me. Yes, absolutely.
So you were studying that, what, at uni?
Yes.
Were you? Okay.
I had 2 exams to sit to finish my degree, and literally 2 months before those exams, which was my revision time, I had my head injury, so I didn't actually get to do that.
Okay.
But I'm using that knowledge in a different way, so...
Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask you about, the research. How much research went into that? Or were you using all that, like you said, the knowledge that you'd gained?
See, I've still got all my material, so
Okay.
although I can't always access what I've learned because of the injury and the memory issues, I've still got all of my material at home, so I just have to dip into my resources that I already have. So
Yeah. Okay. And do you read much crime?
I read a lot of crime. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that not only you enjoy reading, but you love to write. That's interesting. Because also there's a bit of romance in this, isn't there?
There's a little bit of romance.
Yeah, which I enjoyed. But the complexity of, I don't read a lot of crime.
There's a bit of history in there as well.
Yeah, what was that about? Sorry, I can't remember the history bit. Remind me.
We go to Vietnam in here, don't we?
Yes, of course. Yes, he does go to Vietnam. Or, the reader goes to Vietnam and back, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. There was I thought, God, there's a lot in this book. There's the complexity of the plot line and all the other stories kind of, threading into it. And being a writer myself, I think, God, that was a lot of work. So did you plot that before you wrote it, or are you a pantser? Are you a plotter or a pantser?
No, I'm a pantser.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
How can you pants something like that? How does that happen?
I don't know. I walk a lot, and I do that in the mornings before. Well, when I wrote this, I wasn't working, so I would go for a walk in the morning, and the Vietnam part just came to me on one of my walks. I needed a backstory, and that's where it came from.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I must admit, I get a lot of my ideas when I'm outside walking, time away from your office, whatever. Because I think that's just as important, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your writing time as well. It's not only when you sit down in front of a blank page, but it's.
Do we ever stop thinking?
I don't think so.
I don't think we do.
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, that's why it's great to talk to another writer, because and you sound, I would say, even worse than me. But it's hard to switch off, isn't it? It is hard to switch off.
I go shopping, and if I'm with my daughter, and we go for a drink, and she'll be talking to me, and I'm sort of the next table. Earwigging. And she's like, Mum, I'm in the room too. Sorry.
I know, I get told off by my youngest son for staring. I said, I'm not staring, I'm just people watching. I'm just observing. This is what you do if you're a writer. I've always been interested in people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And stories, and let's face it.
You pick up so much.
I know. So basically, us writers are nosy lot, aren't we?
Oh,
nosy old lot.
Terrible.
We've got noses like this. Okay, so what does your office look like? Or do you write anywhere? Do you have a designated writing space, or that you can only write in, or do you not care? As long as you're focused and in the zone, you can do it anywhere.
In the summer, I like to write outside.
Okay.
In the cooler weather, I've got 3 spaces indoors where I write.
Yeah.
I've got an old desk that I've done up, which I quite like sitting at, and I've got a couple of modern desks as well, so in different rooms in the house, really.
Yeah.
So I pick and choose really what I feel like.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have now dedicated one of those desks to work.
Yeah.
But even then, I still move around.
Yeah.
It just depends what I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to ask you this because I don't know whether it's a myth or what you think of it. What do you think about writer's block, or what does that mean to you? I mean, do you suffer from it, or do you perceive it as a block? Is there any times when you can't write or you haven't written? Since your injury, since you've been writing sort of pretty much full time, is there ever a time when you think, this is not happening? Or do you not allow yourself to?
I have learned because I have constant head pain, but I have learned if I've got a severe migraine, don't bother.
No.
Because I produce really poor work. I mean, I work through my pain.
Yeah.
In other areas of my life.
Yeah.
Otherwise I wouldn't get anything done.
Okay.
It's, I am in a lot of pain a lot of the time. But I have learnt not to write anything serious, because otherwise I just spend my whole life editing.
Yeah.
And scrapping what
Having
I've done.
Having to redo it.
So, what's the point? Yeah. So I don't write on days like that. But no, as far as writer's block's concerned, no, just go out and find something. Inspiration. You get inspiration from lots of different places. If you're creative,
yes, yeah,
and are a writer, then and you're finding it difficult, go and find something, because
comes from all nooks and crannies, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we all struggle in life at times, and if you are struggling right now, I know, do something different. go and find a different experience, a new experience, and you be amazed at what that can do for you. That's my advice if you're struggling with that.
Yeah, no, that's good advice, actually. It's good advice. Talking about advice, because seeing as it's all coming out, Donna, so I'm going to make the most of this. I'm going to milk this. No, because there's going to be people that are watching this that are, that are maybe just starting out as writers, just finding their feet. What advice would you give to somebody who's never written a book, but is just feeling the urge to do it? What would your advice be to somebody who's...
Speak to people, get to know people, ask questions, never be afraid to ask, because, authors talk to each other all the time. I'm on Twitter, talk to me, I will talk to you. We've got a massive group of really supportive authors that all interact with each other on Twitter, and, we're a great group, we'll all talk to you.
I'll have to join your group then.
Come and join our group.
I will. I didn't know there were groups on Twitter.
Well, they're not. We've just kind of created
You've created one. Why not? Why not?
And
Yeah. And these are all indie authors. Yeah.
Yes.
Are they self-published authors? Yeah. Mostly.
Some of us are now
Some are.
beginning to
Yeah.
be published traditionally as well.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, we've all started out as indie authors.
Yeah.
We've become really close friends. So, talk to one another, support one another. We help each other advertise and market, and it's just really, it's just nice to have that support.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, the marketing side of the book. Because
the writing is the easy part.
Oh yeah, I know. I was going to say,
I
agree.
Is a hard
I just
slog.
want to write. But unfortunately, if you are going to publish it, but even if you're not published, you haven't published yourself and you've been published with a traditional publisher like I was
you still
to
need
start
to market
with,
yourself.
you've still got to do that work, haven't you? So there's no point in. So you just got to pull up your blooming pants and say, okay, I've got to do this. And how do you do it? How do you market yourself? How do you get yourself out there?
I use social media.
Yeah.
I don't really use Facebook. I do.
Okay.
I do use it occasionally, but I use Instagram and I use Twitter. And I seriously use Twitter. I'm on Twitter every day. I don't just market myself. I'm marketing for Titaning Corp as well, and I'm also marketing for my friends. So and we all help each other.
Yeah. So that's a great opportunity. You working for a publishing company now, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's a brilliant opportunity.
Do you get any What are the perks? What are the perks of the job?
Meeting wonderful people.
Yeah.
Just getting my name out there as well, and.
So
yeah.
do they do packages, like you had a package to publish yourself? Do they do packages, or are they a publisher?
Okay.
How does it work?
They're a traditional publisher.
Traditional publisher.
But we also support indie authors as well.
Okay.
So not only are we a traditional publisher, but you retain your rights as well as an author.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying we're the only ones in the country that do that.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. That is interesting, because for someone like me, who with my novel was published with a small press, and now I've written the sequel, but I've decided that I want to self-publish that. I haven't got the rights on that first book, so I'm having to. The way I'm getting around that is by the sequel, as it were, is now going to be my book one in my series. So I've got to change the title of it and everything. Yeah. It doesn't matter, but it's you have to think outside the box, don't you?
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, yes, if you don't have your rights, then you are restricted. But it's great that you're moving in circles now, which is is going to help you to expand and grow as an author, as well as helping other people to do that.
We do some fantastic advertising packages as well, so that takes the weight off authors' shoulders.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's brilliant.
Great. Okay.
company.
And I'll put that link to that website in the show notes.
Oh, I have sent you the link, haven't I?
Okay. Yes, I've got that. And also, what's your website, Donna? If anyone wanted to get in touch with you.
My website is donnasiggers.com.
Okay.
Or on Twitter, I'm at DonnaSiggers1, so a capital D and a capital S.
Yeah. There's one more thing that I need to ask you, which is a personal question from Ian, my husband, because he read your book as well.
Did he?
And, yes, and enjoyed it. And he wants to know about the food fad of her.
That is not me. That is
Katie
seriously
Ann,
not me. No.
Katie Ann, she's got this food fetish for chips and tomato sauce with salad cream.
She has.
Yeah. Okay. Where did you get that idea from? He says. Is it
Okay.
somebody you know, or where did that idea come from?
My book is dedicated to a friend I lost, Tracy.
Okay.
And it was her idea that I should be picking the book up and writing it while I was recovering.
Okay.
And while I was visiting her in hospital, while she was dying, I saw a nurse in one of the restaurants at the hospital doing this to her food, and I just had to include that in my book.
Okay. Why not?
Why not? Because I was there, people watching.
Yeah.
But no, that was disgusting. But I thought, you know what? No, that has to go in my book.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, I'll relay that back to Ian, because that was something that he wanted, because he reads far more than I do. I mean, he's got more time to read. I love reading, but and he does read quite a lot of crimey sort of thrillery things. So he's quite interested in that kind of genre. So what's next for you, Donna?
What's next for me?
Next
Lots
on the
more
cards?
writing.
Yeah.
Lots more travelling.
Yeah? Where are you going to travel to?
Oh, anywhere.
Are you talking about research-wise? Is this for research, or are you just thinking, oh, no, I want to go I just have a holiday?
I like to sit on a train and write.
Okay.
So, as you know, I recently went to Scotland. Didn't
Yes,
I?
you did.
And I did a lot of writing on that train.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. So I want to do more of that.
Would you go on a writer's retreat? Do you ever feel the need to do that?
Yes, I would do that.
I do.
Yeah. I would do that, definitely.
Because I don't know about you, but for me personally, as a writer, the hardest thing, which I never thought would be the hardest thing, is to zone out, is to stick my fingers in my ears and go ting-a-ling-a-loo, all the distractions.
I would struggle without internet.
You see, I think at the moment for me, that's what I need. I mean, that's what I don't need is the internet, because I need to just get a few more books under my belt. Because what's the point in spending time on the internet marketing and promoting if you've got no new work to promote, you know? But that's a personal thing for me. But you would struggle with the internet. What you mean with the social media aspect, and I suppose work now. You do need that. Of course you do.
Our whole business is internet based. So with Titan.
So if you won a competition tomorrow and somebody said to you, you've got 2 weeks on a desert island.
Oh, I'd be gone.
With no internet. But
I would struggle.
I know, but you have 2 weeks off work. You could have to... Come on. Think of how productive you'd be.
I would be very productive.
Yeah.
I would...
But I suppose it's getting the balance right.
Without any internet.
How would you market? Yeah, but couldn't you have 2 weeks where you just... No? No, she couldn't have 2 weeks.
I would struggle.
Right, okay. We'll give you that. So, all right. So what's next for you is just more writing.
More writing. I need to get my next 2 books out.
Okay. Have you given yourself a deadline?
I did, but I'm going to have to move that because I gave myself a deadline.
Oh, you're moving the goalposts?
I am moving the goalposts because I'm now working.
Of course, yeah.
So, you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
It's changed, so...
Yeah.
Life is never solid, is it? We have to Be flexible.
Yeah, so that next mountain, you've given yourself a little bit longer to get to the top.
Yes.
Okay, so how far away are we?
Which is not like me.
No.
To move my
But
goals,
on the other hand, you've
but-
got to, you know, cut yourself some slack every
Definitely.
now and again, Donna.
Definitely. So, I don't know. I'm not going to give myself a new deadline.
Okay. So anything by the end of the year, or
I hope so.
you hope so? Okay. Well, I certainly hope so because I'm going to read the sequel. I'm going to read the sequel. Okay. Well, it's been brilliant speaking to you.
Yeah, and to you.
And
yeah.
lovely to have another author in the house, the tree house.
It's brilliant in here.
Do you like it?
I don't know what to look at next because there is just so much to look at in here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my desk is probably one of my favourite things because in the summer months, which is, it feels like it's a long time coming because we've had such a long winter and a cold spring, haven't we? I haven't been able to write out here, but I'm really looking forward to getting back in here. And apart from all the lovely people that come and chat to me in here, it would be nice just to come and do some writing, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best with your career.
Thank you.
From now on in, and good luck with your job.
Thank you.
And we'll talk about that group on Twitter, and
Yes.
I'll come and join you.
Okay, brilliant.
And thanks for coming. And
Thank you for having me.
maybe another year, come back
back.
and chat again, and we'll have a big pile of books then. The next one, and the next
And the
one,
next
and the
one.
next one. So thank you, Donna, and thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. And see you again next time. TGFN. Bye bye.